Hello everyone, it's the one and only Python.au here to bring you some Planetside 2 action. However, this will be a bit different to what I usually do, as I will be bringing you my impressions, thoughts and critiques of the latest Planetside 2 patch, Update 2. I will be doing this rather than just general gameplay as I wanted to get more in depth on the changes and SOE's approach to them. Alright, so the first thing I would like to talk about is the patch notes. Finally, we have SOE bringing us proper patch notes with all of the changes they've made. This is an advancement in their communications, as you may know from previous patches and hotfixes, they don't tend to tell you what they change. So this is awesome. I was able to go through and read them before getting the patch, and quite a few things did jump out to me as improvements, and I'm going to go through them. Alright, on the topic of patch notes, the first thing that I wanted to discuss in this was the addition of the auto-run feature. With such a large game, this is an absolute must, and it's great to finally see it. I was a little confused when the game was released as to why this wasn't included, but it is here now and it is something to be excited about. I am also looking forward in the future to this being added to vehicles. Alright, the next thing in the topic of patch notes I wish to discuss was the ground vehicle sliding. They finally fixed this, so when you get up on a hill and you fire, you're not going to slide anymore. This is just great. It's about time. SMGs. These have been promised for a while and have finally made it into the game. I have yet to try them, so I cannot bring you my impressions. Although I can imagine them making a drastic change to close quarters combat, with these shorter barrels making for quicker turning and higher rate of fire. I had hoped that when it comes to close quarters combat that these can beat out an assault rifle 1v1 just due to those factors. Although I do hope they provide a worthy opponent to the shotgun, and I can see them doing so. Now, for the things to be most excited for are the interface enhancements. Finally, we are seeing some improvements to the interface. Something that's been crying out for. If you saw the screenshots from the early alphas betas, I cannot blame you for thinking the interface went backwards in a lot of ways at release time compared to those screenshots. I certainly did. But with these new changes, the interface is drastically more user friendly, providing you a lot more feedback. First thing to note here is the color changing. It provides you the ability to precisely customize what is shown as friendly colors, enemy colors, but unfortunately it does not provide squad color changing that I've seen. Another thing on the note is the squad display enhancement in the world, providing squad numbers alongside the name to help you spot squaddies easier. Alright, we have discussed everything we needed to in the patch notes, so let's move on to prowler changes. I will not be bringing you my impressions of the changes of the Vanguard or Mag Rider, as my experiences in these are very limited being a TR player. The first thing I'm going to talk about in regards to the deployment functionality is the accuracy increase when firing in the deployed mode. To put it abruptly, this is just an all-round great improvement. With the reduction to the drop-off over distance of the rounds, it allows you to get the rounds onto the target more accurately and faster than before. That moves on to the next point, fire speed and reload speeds. These are also just all-around improvements that enhance the functionality of the deploy mode. With it set up on release, it more often than not ended up being trouble. You easily got flanked and killed, and it didn't provide enough of an improvement to allow you to beat other tanks' specials in a 1 versus 1 situation. All of these changes are good and make huge ground on bringing the Prowler up to match on the Vanguard and the Mag Rider. Now, for the last thing we're going to discuss, the changes to towers and the spawn system. After my foot assault on the Crown, as you will see in the footage, I got to see all the changes to the towers and base spawns in the heat of battle, and after that I must say I do like them. They are great improvements, and it allows the enemy to more freely exit the spawn room while a base is under siege. This is most certainly changes the pace of battle and promotes the attacker to think a little more strategically rather than think just get to those two spawn room exits and sit outside of them shooting everything that moves. Well, it has been a long awaited patch finally, bringing some game-changing improvements, and some smaller ones like the rotating of warp gates to provide an air of freshness to the game. I must commend SOE, the patch so far has been great. I have not noticed many bugs other than one I experienced once where I had a hefty frame rate drop for about 10 seconds. Other than that, it has been a-okay. I do hope in the future that they remember not to throw a patch out as soon as they think it's ready and to fully test it to keep the game a little more bug free. I look forward to the future of the game and am excited for what is to be coming. The roadmap idea is excellent and there are many changes on it that are sorely needed. However, I must ask SOE, where are the galaxy changes? thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will leave some more footage running in the background, but I will not be doing any more commentary. I'm off to play some more Planetside 2. Bye for now.
You are in a restricted area. Enemy map spotted. Push the advantage. You've done the TR proud today.